Hey, it's me again. And we're doing this again. So, welcome back, everyone. We're doing another. We're doing another Marvel Rivals annoyance tier list. Trent's here with me because he's the best I know of knowledge for this stuff. So.
Oh, what do I have? I think I only have 100 hours in this season. I'm gonna be real.
Yeah. So I guess I'll just get this out of the way. Season 2.5 is practically insufferable to play.
I have not had fun this season. At least as much as 2. It's gotten better with me playing good characters, aka only Mr. Fantastic.
Yeah, as time went on, it got a bit better, but it's all due to one certain character who we will save for last, and it's pretty obvious who it is.
The first 2 weeks were rough, and I don't think I definitely did not experience this when Emma dropped or any time in 1.5.
No. So I guess let's just get it started, and after my tracking randomization, the first thing. But yeah, starting off, Mr. Benny himself, Mr. Thing.
I don't think I've played a single game this season against the Thing.
Yeah, like the Thing has become so rare, and at this point, he's genuinely dull. Like, I know how to counter this guy at this point as well. Like, just get a higher ground or something like that. And as you just said, he barely shows up. Like,
I don't think I've seen it. Also, quick play is taken more into consideration.
Yeah. Like always, we're doing quick play more. I mainly play quick play. Trend does a lot more quick play than competitive, so we're basing it off that knowledge.
And you know what? Let's just make things simpler and also talk about the team ups while we talk about the character.
Do you want to save team ups afterward or after? You want to do it?
No. Let's just do it combined. Let's do the full character with this one. So while we're talking about Thing, we're also going to talk about
the Susan team up, which it works for him.
And don't forget the Wolverine team up.
Yeah, the Wolverine,
because that's
who cares about this? Who cares about? Honestly, the Wolverine team up doesn't even matter, but the Shield I think bumps him up to A though. So I think
I still sure. Like I still also just don't see him ever.
Yeah. But if you do, he's probably gonna. He could cause an issue.
I don't think we're gonna have anyone in Dole this time. I'm gonna be real.
Really?
We'll see.
We'll wait and see. I mean, I think we know where.
Thinking about it.
Oh, go on.
Like I'm looking through the list, and I do not see anyone that makes me think dull. I see playing people that make me think, okay.
Yeah. But I think I know exactly what this next one makes me feel. It's Iron Man. I don't even want to
Enabler, Mr. Unibeam.
They made him so. Due to his team up with Ultron, they made him he's so much worse. Like his damage output is absolute bullshit. And now you're telling me he can get a bonus damage with the newly added Ultron now? Like, come the fuck on, dude.
So let's talk about it.
Genuinely unfun to fight against.
His actual nerf is losing 50 HP in his overdrive form, 50 HP worth of shield. The damage nerf he received is, first off, only to the third blaster repulsor, which is a 5 damage reduction, making it go from a total of I'm assuming 155 damage in a 3-hit burst to 150 damage. That is then canceled out and increased by the season team-up bonus. And let's not forget about the Unibeam.
The damage for Unibeam is ridiculous.
Because Unibeam just got more damage. And also still has infinite ammo when you're in overdrive form. It's really easy.
There's literally nothing fun about fighting against Iron Man. It's all bullshit.
Alright.
And that's where we'll end with him. Like,
Black Widow.
Fuck Iron Man. Alright. So, if it's just by herself, it's dull, but she actually got a really good team up this season. This mid-season. The team up actually makes her a bit viable, and
it's actually kind of nuts.
I think
the fact that it's just decent. Literally, it's the fastest cooldown in the game at 10 seconds.
Yep.
Or like fastest team up cooldown. I mean, I get out of all the team ups that actually have a cooldown, it is the fastest.
You could shoot really fast. It's got piercing.
I don't think you can actually headshot with it. But that doesn't matter because you actually fire like more than twice as fast. So your damage per second, even without piercing, would be higher because you just fire so much faster.
Yeah. But that's literally it. Everything else is just the same for Widow. Same poop move, same poop abilities, same poop everything else.
Mid-ass damage outputs brought up to actually respectable levels with the team up.
But only with the team up. If she doesn't have the team up, she's just the same Black Widow you usually fight before the team up happened.
Pretty much the same ultimate, and actually technically the ultimate's gotten worse. Because without the Hawkeye team up, she can't actually kill anyone with it at full HP. Ever.
No. And even then, you need Hawkeye team up for that to happen too. So.
Because the thing with the Hawkeye team up is that because each clone counted as its own entity, you could hit people with a plasma burst like 3 or 4 times. You could entirely team wipe with that team up.
And now she doesn't have it anymore.
I think it's pretty cool. You still can team wipe.
It's gonna be a lot harder to do it. I think Trent is lagged out.
Oh, I'm downloading Overwatch in the background while talking to you.
Oh my god. Anyways, I think let's just move this train right along.
Yeah.
We got Storm next, and God,
I think Storm's annoying.
I think honestly, just because of because of a certain team up, she's very annoying.
The thing, so, you don't really see Storms all that much, and especially in comp, you don't see her like ever, because she's always banned. She's one of those characters that's like on purpose.
And the main reason why is for some reason we fucking needed this Jeff NATO. Like the Storm and Human Torch team up wasn't enough. We needed another one for her.
It is inherently funny.
We didn't fucking need it though. That's the problem. That's my issue with it.
I mean, we didn't need a lot of the team ups in this game. I'm gonna be real. But
sure, but
it is inherently funny, and it does require 2 ultimates. And there are still some that it just can't deal with, and I think as time goes on, it will become easier to deal with.
Yeah.
Because whether or not you like one-shot it with a maximum pulse, Ultron can deal with it with his ultimate.
Psylocke can actually take down Jeff Nato with her ult as well. I've seen that happen a few times.
Yeah. What else can do it? Scarlet Witch, you're never getting that one off. You're getting sucked up. Captain America can actually live through it.
I mean, he's fucking Captain America. He can. Do you think Venom could survive it?
No, because you can't actually. Well, Captain America can live through it with his ultimate. The reason why, like, no other can is because they are effectively swallowed and, like, they can't use their abilities or anything. So Venom can't activate his armor. Hulk can't, like, transform and give himself shields and everything.
Iron Fist can't parry.
It's why it gets, well, he can parry, and then when he's done parrying, he's done. He gets swallowed up. But, like, it's why you can kill, like, Cloak and Dagger, Invisible Woman, Mantis through it, because it effectively removes them from the game rather than just, you know, dealing damage. But Captain, because...
Oh, he liked that again. Wait for him.
Immune to stuns and everything when her ultimate. Punisher can survive.
Why did you have to download Overwatch, Tren?
Some things.
Can you hear me when you lag out, or...
Pause it. Yeah, I can still hear you. But there are plenty of ways to counter it, but just the people aren't good at countering yet.
No.
And definitely the first instinct when you hear Jeff Nato is to just leave the area instead.
Yep. Literally the only counteract is to fucking hide.
That's because in casual play we don't casual play. Like, I know in, like, Celestial, Eternity, and One Above All, Jeff Nato is not as scary as it is in casual, because they'll actually, like, the enemy team will actually coordinate and counter it. But that is not something that you and your random 5 quick play people are going to be doing. But anyway, Punisher!
Brain Castle. He's annoying.
Annoying or very annoying. He got better. He's got more HP. He has higher damage output now. Still has the turret.
Honestly, kind of thriving considering the fire meta that's been going on. It's like people who main this character are kind of having a bit of a field day.
And he's also just like this, so.
Also, his ult is one you should just run the hell away from.
Actually, you need to. That's another one that you would focus down if you were actually.
Yeah.
But especially if he pops it alongside like a Luna or a Rocket or, you know, any other healing ultimate, that's like. You aren't getting like one shot in or anything. Magneto.
So he might be dull potential still. The only team up that he has is the Psionic Link, and that's like barely used.
Gets
honestly.
double. He's pretty hard. He's still good. Like, he's still one of the best tanks in the game, and always has been. He's very simple. This might be one of those.
No, I've seen Magneto's more than Thing, so I think I'll put him. No, I'm gonna push the Thing down.
Yeah, because Magneto can, you know, do stuff this season. What's Thing gonna do against an Iron Man in the stratosphere?
Nothing.
Throw Wolverine at him. That's it.
Yep. And he needs to have Wolverine too. So like.
And if you're gonna throw Wolverine at a flyer, go Hulk. Hulk can deal with flyers on his own. Not fantastically, but you know.
He can't. He's like a band-aid solution.
Meteor is still annoying if you are a strategist player, but yeah, I'm fine with.
At this point, I've seen the Meteor as a tactical use against killing support ults.
I mean, that is definitely something it does. It's counter ult.
Yeah.
It's not a playmaker ult or anything. It's the one you use to counter people.
Also, the biggest thing about Meteor now is that if you put enough damage into it, he can break. So you can quite literally nullify this man's ultimate if you put enough fire into it.
Which I think the only ones that actually haven't time to get are Punisher and Ultron.
Yeah. Punisher can do it with
Jeff is the only other one that comes close, but he doesn't fire fast to do. But yeah, if you have like a Susan, a Cloak and Dagger, a Luna, a Mantis, anything like that, better hope that the enemy Magneto is not good at dunking.
Yeah. As if they are, God help you. Move on. All right.
Jeff.
Everyone thought that Jeff was gonna be dead, but
he kind of is. It is so boring. It is.
Honestly, I've seen Jeff. I've seen more Jeffs than ever since 2.5 happened.
Because here's why. It's a lot easier to get to just sit back somewhere and just hold one button. They turned Jeff from something that can do a lot of different play styles into one button simulator.
Yeah.
I don't like it. Even if like statistically he's better, especially if people don't pay attention to you, and you can like pump out absurd numbers. Like that's kind of the thing. You kind of need them to not care.
Another thing too is that they completely removed the Luna Snow team up. Now he has the Venom team up, which I've never seen.
And the Storm team up.
People use the Storm. People don't even care about the Venom team up. They only care about the Storm one, and it's between the top of annoying and very annoying right now.
It feels really weird to have him in a team up with Venom. Like they serve two vast different roles.
Putting him in very annoying.
One is a dive tank, and the other is now just backline hold one button.
Yeah. It also puts these buttons to maximize damage potential for your allies.
But yeah. Alright.
It sucks.
I don't care if he's statistically better because he's now way easier to use. It's just not fun to play anymore.
No way, man.
I'd say top of annoying.
I think I'm gonna... Honestly, depending on how the list looks in the end, I might move stuff around, but I'll keep him in very annoying for now. Human Torch!
Bro, they neutered him.
I'm gonna put him right here. They took his... You barely see him anymore. Considering it's a fireman, you think you'd see a lot of Human Torch, but no. But even then, on the off chance you do find a Human Torch and they're good, he's still gonna absolutely annihilate you.
He's still got...
Like you'd have a higher chance finding a cracked Human Torch than these three. Also, his team up with Storm as well, so...
He's got the Storm team up, he's got the Invisible Woman team up.
I don't think he's kind of the worst with it though, because he's flying up all the way up there. Like, it's a more melee oriented. I feel like it's more melee oriented.
Yeah, and he also just straight up has less health than both Thing and Fantastic, which, you know, also helps. But dude, they took him right back to where he was in 1.5.
So yeah.
Spider-Man.
Still the same Spidey when I first played. He's still a very annoying character to fight against. They did remove symbiote Spider-Man, so we do have that going for us now. He
lost a lot of the one-shot combo. He's still pretty annoying. His combos are a lot easier than you would think they are. And he also seems to just attract the worst type of player.
Yeah. The sweatiest, bitchless kind of player, too.
The complainer, the very loud.
Yeah.
It's like, I don't ever see people, like, loud complainers on, like, Black Panther, Magic, Psylocke, you know, Captain America, Iron Fist. It's, like, only Spider-Man.
Yeah. The only good thing that we really got was the symbiote removal, and the only other team up that he does have is Squirrel Girls, which is its own go to hell, but honestly, you barely see it.
We'll talk about that team up when we get to Squirrel.
Yeah.
Alright.
Alright.
I know your feelings on Cloak and Dagger.
Honestly, I don't think I've seen... Here's the thing. I have not seen them a lot since Season 2.5, but I'm still gonna put them in Go to Hell.
It's simply because they just aren't good anymore. It's especially like Loki, Luna Snow, Invisible Woman. Like
they might be better killers, but
so much better. No, they're just better in general.
But honestly, I feel like
if you can aim at all, you are better off doing Invisible Woman, Luna, or Loki.
What about Adam?
No, his healing just doesn't compare to those three, and he also doesn't have like the utility that they do. Soulbond's good, but Invisible Woman has her shield. She has her push that can push people off the map. Sometimes. She has the Vortex that can deal damage to stationary targets like Frank's turret or pull people out of the sky. And she also has her ultimate, which is kind of nuts in Domination. The entire point just becomes an invincible zone for the enemy team as long as Invisible Woman's alive.
We're just talking about Invisible Woman when Cloak and Dagger's supposed to have the spotlight.
I know, but this is why Cloak and Dagger isn't seen much, because they aren't good. They never have been like the top of the strategists. They're just easy to use.
You know, on second, I don't know. It feels wrong to put them out of Go to Hell for me, though. That's the thing. So, you know, here's the thing. I'm gonna keep them there, but they're gonna be at the bottom, no matter what.
I know your feelings towards them.
And also, I know that there is some good counters to them now, like, as time went on, but still.
Anything that one-shots him, Magneto especially. Like, oh my god.
You're gonna need the Magneto ult if you want to do that, though.
If you're in rank, when I'm playing Magneto, I usually get like, they usually get like one free ult before I just counter them every other time, and I'm not even good at Magneto.
All right, let's move on to Penny Parker.
Oh, go to hell. Oh, fuck this character.
You think Penny's go to hell for you?
Especially if we include the Rocket team up. Holy shit. Dude.
I'm gonna be honest, I don't think I've really had bad run-ins with the Rocket team up.
It is rough.
I'm gonna keep her. She's gonna be at the top of very annoying for me because, like,
I've never liked this character, especially as a tank and strategist player.
Yeah.
Tanks don't have the easiest time fighting nests.
Hell,
neither do strategists.
No. I mean, here I am a duelist main, so like every time I see the nests in play, my everything just stops, and I'm like, all right, I gotta take this out as soon as I possibly can. So I think I have a bit of a different playstyle against Penny than you do, but I still think
like if I'm
there.
If I'm playing like Hulk or Captain America, the zone that Penny is in is effectively a no-go. I should not step foot in that zone.
Considering the two characters that I mained, honestly I think they're pretty good counters to Penny. So I think this is just a character diff for us.
And especially back when oh my god, I'm so glad I'm not playing Thing this season because holy shit, she was already annoying with just one nest. Oh my god, I would not have a fucking time in this.
Nah. Freaking two nests is absolute hell. And then
like there's some maps where she can just actually fully hold down a choke point because she has two nests. And then the webs. And then you just don't get to enter through that area.
Anyway.
But yeah.
Also, you know what? Her ult still sucks as well.
Thank God it does.
Alright. Next up, my second ever Lord and Marvel rivals, Mr. Mark Spector, Jake Longley, and Steve Grant.
Mr. Moon Knight, Mr. Avatar Khonshu.
The same thing, honestly, this is the same thing with Thing. Ever since 2.5, I've barely seen Moon Knights, honestly. And so much so that I think I'm gonna put Moon Knight under Castle this time.
I was also gonna put him in annoying.
Just due to the whackage of him. He's still good, but you barely see him this season. And Cal, considering that I played as him, he's the guy that I have most time in season 2.5, and now he's my second lord. Like, I can't aim for shit against the flyers. I am so bad at hitting them.
Yeah.
The only way if Moon Knight wants to actually kill one of the flags, he's gonna have to find a way to sneak attack and onk onto a wall. I've done that before, but like that takes a lot of luck and prayer. So yeah, Moon Knight stocks honestly went down.
Also, I don't think I see Fist of Khonshu get like as consistent usage.
No. I cannot land a good Fist of Khonshu anymore. Like I'm just so bad at doing it. And also his team up is still still one of the worser ones. Like I did praise it for it being even though it's Moon Knight has his own way of healing himself now, it's still just it's not enough. But in the end,
use it if you're against chip damage, rather.
I guess, but
actually doing something with it. If you're popping that in front of someone, like why bother? It's not gonna help you.
Yeah.
They know where you are. The healing does not heal like anything.
No. So yeah, in the end, he can still be threatening, but it's rare to find Moon Knight.
Captain Man.
Steve Rogers as
the America, I think. I play this guy. He is very annoying.
Yeah. I think I'm gonna. Alright, I'll put him at the bottom of her.
He
still
might
can't
not
die.
even do it. He might not even do much. He just exists back there. You just don't do anything about it.
Get him.
You can't do anything. You can't do anything about it. What do you do about it?
You can't do anything because Captain America is just built different, dude.
Capflation is real.
Yeah.
And it exists. Like, I've actually done full-on 6v1s twice as Captain America.
He showed me a fucking clip of him ulting on point and literally surviving to the point where his entire team got back. Like, Capflation can happen.
I went into that fight at less than 200 HP and came out of that fight at like 90 HP. It was a 6v1 on point from the entire duration of my ultimate. It's why it doesn't make sense.
That doesn't tell you how ridiculously busted this character can be in the right setting. I don't know what will.
America doesn't die. And yes, I know I'm in quick play and players aren't very good, but I should not live a 6v1 as any character.
Yeah. Alright. Bruce the Hulk. I don't know why. I don't know why, but sometimes I don't know why, but I always called Bruce Banner Joe Zija. But that's just because fucking Joe Zija voices. Joe Fix It! He's spin. I'm gonna put him above Human Torch though. But yeah.
Like, he can still do things.
Joe Zija, Joe Fix It, Joe Mama.
Especially if you find a good one. Like,
good Hulks can cause problems.
Giving the entire team a shield can be really annoying.
Yeah.
Being stunned, his exile might be the most annoying stun in the game because you just physically don't exist in the game anymore.
No. Also, good Hulks do a tech as well with the ult, where they're near death and then they pop it back to full health, and even more now. And
you're also invincible while
while Hulk smashing transforming.
I don't even think that's like a thing that good Hulks do. That's just like a normal thing. I've known that since like my 5th. I've been doing that since like my 5th game as well.
Yeah.
But like you wanna contest point? Oh well, you're exiled. GG's, buddy.
I'm still waiting for the day I'm trying to like stall a point and like the timer's nearly up and then Hulk just exiles me and then he taunts me. I'm still waiting for that moment to happen. I'm gonna be like, oh you motherfucker. It's never happened yet, but I know it's gonna happen someday.
It's like I don't think it happens like ever, but when it does, oh my god, it's gonna be. But anyway,
yeah,
I don't think there's much more to say about Hulk.
No. So let's just move on. Someone who got a small buff but not needed, Ella. I'm gonna slip her.
I think she's fair.
We did not need to give this lady two more shots in her primary.
Like the thing is, she's now easier to use,
and she's like, also thriving due to the flyer meta as well.
Yeah, she's also less, and you're also less punished for missing with her now.
Yep.
Like if you can hit 50, like half your shots, oh my god, you're cooked.
Still haven't given her damage fall off either.
The stun is also actually really annoying.
It's dummy stupid. Also, I don't think enough people talk about the team up too.
The thing with her stun, it just like kind of doesn't make sense sometimes. I've gone against Hellas and been like, why the hell did that stun me? Or like, I'm in the middle of my combo and then they throw it like behind me. Oh, well, guess my combo's done. And then, like with Punisher, like with Jeff Nato, in casual play, when Hella ults, the entire area that she is now watching is just no good to. Because when you're in good lobbies, people will try and target the Hella. 1,000 HP can go down really fast if you have people actually attacking.
Yeah.
But in casual, you hear Hell Unleashed, and you just leave.
You have to run.
Because you're not fighting Hella in her ultimate 1v1. That's a team effort.
And good luck getting that. Good luck trying to find a team that is willing to take it down.
Especially quick, anyway.
So yeah, Hella's a... God help you if you find her.
And they're good as well, especially.
Yeah.
Venom, twerking.
Yeah, I think he might be the only gold character we have.
Venom?
I don't know, man. I still barely find people who truly know how to play Venom.
I also do. I think he's also just a prime candidate for ban. Because even if you have a baseline understanding of the character, at the very least, you're just gonna be a constant
yeah. You know what? I think just for that alone. You know, maybe... No, I think I had a few run-ins where they kind of just pestered me. So you know what? I'll put him right there.
It's like playing against Captain America. But I think it's very similar to Captain America. In that, if you're good at the character, they just don't die ever. Because when you're in that Venom loop, where you go in, dive in, get your damage, pop your shield, and leave, and then come back later when your cooldowns are done, because your cooldowns are faster than their cooldown, you just don't die. And it sucks. It is very annoying. Even if you don't kill anyone, just the fact that you never die and are just kind of back there, it can definitely sway battles, taking strategists' attention away from the front line.
Yeah, I guess I can see that. Also, his team up
Captain,
suck.
but just doesn't have the same intent.
No. Also, I guess I should bring this up. His only team up kind of just sucks and is never used.
Real.
You have a better chance finding this one's team up.
Oh yeah, no more
Hulking Beast! I think
they didn't nerf that.
Despite being in a flyer meta, I've honestly kind of not seen a lot of Namors, honestly. He's still an annoying character to fight, but...
Definitely does better in dive meta, or any character, like, anywhere where dive is... Like, hitting the trident, because it's projectile, is just not as easy as, like, Hela.
No.
Or Luna,
the projectile speed on his spear is a lot slower than some other projectiles. Dare I say it's the slowest.
You know, it also isn't like the easiest. The squids aren't having the easiest time hitting flyers because they are likely not close enough to be the first target of the squids.
Yeah.
And also, they did get nerfed, or at least the Gamma Squid got nerfed, so that it can't have a 100% uptime.
Also, you want to know something I learned about the squids?
Yeah.
Moon Knight can actually ricochet off of them, so that's like a
Yeah.
So I've easily taken out both of Namor's squids with Moon Knight because they decided to place
That's
them
because
right
most
next
of
to each
Namor's
other.
won't place them like in a bunch of their different areas.
Yeah, Namor's won't even place them in proper positioning, and they're just gone, and then and then it's just them.
But like I said, Gamma Squid is worse now because, fun fact, in season 2, when Gamma Squid was actually added, if Gamma Squid was not taken out, you could have it on 100% uptime effectively.
Yeah.
Because the squid lifetime was essentially just as long as the cooldown was. So you could just keep it up. Moving on.
Do we even need?
Nope. Moving on to the next one, Emma Frost. Oh yeah.
All right, let's. All right,
Why?
quick summary with Squirrel. Freaking nuts. Splash damage, no damage fall off. Got 3 ways to stun you, especially if she has a team up. The stampede is annoying, though it can be killed, but everyone lacks object permanence. Yada yada, you know.
One button gameplay. Sometimes the squirrels just decide, fuck you in particular as well. Don't forget about that part.
But also, she gets MVP and she has the beach episode, so she flashes her ass at you.
That drops her down.
That drops her down to hard. That drops her down to hard. Alright, moving on. I could say the same thing about Emma Frost making hard.
I don't
ways.
think literally anyone disagrees when people say that Squirrel Girl's one of, if not the most annoying character in the game.
Yeah. Even though it's a flyer meta, she's still a bitch.
You can only have 4 flyers on one team, and one of those is Johnny Storm, who kinda sucks. So that's still the other 2 people on your team that just have to deal with nuts flung into their face by the backline.
Yep.
And then you die to her, and then watch the kill cam, and she's just like freaking watching TikTok on the side, holding one button.
She's playing Subway. Tippy Toe's playing Subway Surfers. She has to watch that.
Emma Frost, I think, is annoying.
Missed Thunder Thighs. And honestly, I agree,
Emma's
but
annoying.
I think I see Emma a lot more than, honestly, I think she's top of annoying. Diamond Form is still a threat, right? The frickin' beam is actually kind of annoying now. Like, there's some situations
they
where
gave it like a 20% range boost.
Like, I can't do anything except just fucking run, and I can't do that because the range is absolutely stupid. So I just die to it.
Like, out of all the tanks that they could have made able to hit flyers and deal with flyers, they looked at Emma and said, yes, that's one. They looked at Magneto and said, yeah, you get this one small buff. They looked at Strange, said, we're bringing you back in this season. You can actually play the game now. And then looked at Emma and said, you're already the best character in the game. So let's make you counter this new casual meta that we're bringing very well.
And why? What was it worth? Was it worth it?
I mean, straight up, that is something that we have to say, that flyer meta is a casual meta.
Yep.
I don't see, like, Storm, Ultron, Iron Man run every game in ranked like I was seeing Iron Man and Ultron in every game, like, the first couple of days.
Especially in quick play.
And especially in quick play, you'll still see your handful of Iron Man. You'll still see Ultrons. storms and all that, but you don't see them all that much in ranked. Which is why some people say there's no such thing as a flyer meta, because they're looking at the meta as a ranked meta. And in higher ranks, it doesn't exist. Anyway, that's off-track topic here. But
also, they're getting banned.
In terms of casual play, flyers are a meta that definitely works in casual, and Emma is one of the characters that counters not only that, but also pretty much everything else in the game.
Yeah, Emma. If you know how to use Emma, you can practically carry a team if you can.
Groot.
I've honestly been picking up Groot. He has been fun, but like, here's the thing. He's still the only hero in the game where he can either be a nuisance to the enemy team or your team. And I've kind of been there too, because I remember fucking one session with Icy said, "This group is my fucking op right now," and I was playing as Groot.
Dude, I've had games. Oh my god, one of my last games on Mr. Fantastic, I was with Tay. He was playing Groot. There was an enemy playing Lord Groot, and bro, there were walls everywhere. It was, God, it was very funny.
Isn't Tay Lord Groot as well, though?
Yes, Tay is also Lord Groot. It was very funny, but like, oh my god, it sucked.
So yeah, just on that alone, that at least puts him at the bottom of annoying. I don't think he's as bad as everyone else, but he can still be annoying. I think his ults
just straight up.
I think his ult's worse than Moon Knight's, but as a character as a whole, he's at the bottom, because as I said, he's either annoying to you or the enemy team. There's no in between.
Straight up, as the only character in the game that can actively hinder your team. Like, every character can technically hinder your team by just either being bad or feeding the enemy with their ults. Groot can actively block your ults from happening.
Yeah, Groot. You like, it takes a special kind of player to really master Groot.
Like, if you're maximum pulsing and you have a Groot place a wall in front of you, your own Groot, you're gonna want to send him to LA.
Jarvis, send this man to the nearest fire. Anyways,
or like, you know, if you're trying to do a support ult and he walls off the area or something, and well, you're no longer supporting the entire team. Oh well.
No.
Yeah, moving on to Iron Fist.
Keep a total!
I think this is a good contender for towards the bottom of annoying.
Honestly, I think he's in mid, because I never see Iron Fist.
Very annoying when, you know, he's doing his hit and run tactics. But he's definitely harder to use this season. With less shield, less of his like spam punching.
Yeah.
And like, he doesn't fly as much.
Nah. He has a good counter to flyers, but it's kind of at this point, like, there's multiple flyers, and as I said, I have not seen Iron Fist use at all. Like, him and the Thing, I barely see.
Like, I had a game with you where I was back to playing Iron Fist, and I know hadn't played Iron Fist in a while, but you can definitely feel the nerfs that he got with, like, to his special punch.
Mm-hmm.
So I still think he's annoying, and I still think he very much can be annoying, but I'm fine with this.
Yeah. With the rate, he's above these other ones, because if I do encounter an Iron Fist and he does rush me 8 times out of 10, he'll most likely kill me. It's pretty hard to run. Rocket!
And
Mr. Healbot, but he now has the spider beacon. And that instantly, I think that instantly puts him in very annoying, just for spider beacon alone.
Yeah, it's just put him right next to Penny.
It doesn't feel right, honestly.
I'll put
him above Jeff. I'll at least do that.
He has the same healbot shit as that Jeff does. Just one button gameplay, be rewarded for it. Yep. His ultimate's better than Jeff's is by a wide margin.
His other ability is better than Jeff because it's a fucking revival, and Jeff just has heal bubbles. So yeah, Rocket
that don't even really heal anymore. And they're both like similarly hard to hit, and both
Rocket's
can heal
harder
themselves.
To hit, though.
Jeff, when underground, Jeff is harder to hit underground. Rocket's harder to hit when Jeff's above ground, but you know.
Yeah.
Moving on to
Logan Paul. I'm just kidding. A Wolverine.
Logan Paul. Go to hell. Anyway.
Special tier for Logan Paul. Fucking kill yourself tier.
Logan.
Oh god, what have I done? Alright. But I don't really know where to put Wolverine this season.
He feels very fair to go against because he's the tank buster.
Except if you're a tank.
Tanks aren't very meta this season. I play tanks and I'm like, okay, well, if he's on the enemy team, I just don't have fun anymore.
Hell, I've had a fucking Wolverine that dunked me a few times when I was playing Strange, so I have a bit of...
Like, his leap, the leap that grabs you and scoops you up, is actually harder to hit than I think it should be. It's not magic levels or Black Panther levels of like bad hitbox, but it definitely doesn't feel right.
Yeah.
You can be right next to someone and like miss them 20% of the time. Anyway.
I think he's perfect.
So I think he's mid.
Right there. Also, his team up is the worst in the game.
Real.
Alright. Mantis.
I think it's
I'm gonna put her at the top. I think she would be too, but I'm putting her at the top. The sleep spores are... Honestly, the sleep spores are kind of more annoying to use because... How do people... Is it like a thing where like once I hit them when they're asleep, they wake right back up?
I can never forget when I was trying to get Mantis to work and how good I was at hitting across the map sleeps.
That
because
too.
The ones that actually needed to work didn't fucking work.
I played Mantis a few times before, and I can tell you, it's a bitch. Pull off.
Like I throw it right next to me, and they're just like, go,
Fuck
go.
you.
Here's my caffeine.
Fuck you, Baltimore. So, yeah.
It's one of those things where it's like, at some point, I'm gonna hit the clip of throwing the spore actually across the map and hitting someone with it, which I kind of did one time. I hit a spore that was like 30% across them on Krakoa. It was very sick. It did absolutely nothing because they're so far away, but you know, it was cool.
Yep.
You there?
Yeah.
Alright, moving on.
Star-Lord.
Mantis.
Mr.
Star-Lord's getting buffed again.
In season 3?
Yeah, or not even in season 3, in like the mid-season, or right now. It's not big.
It's still a buff.
But he's getting his damage fall off is being reduced. I think he's now doing 65% of his total damage instead of 60%. Very minuscule, but like a buff's a buff. Which, oh yeah, also Lunai's getting a buff. He's getting an extra 25 HP, which, you know,
oh yeah, I saw that too.
But a buff still.
It's still a nice buff because never killed anybody. It made people more tanky, which I think is perfect.
There are very few like.
He also increased the range on his on Galactic Legend as well.
But that was at the start of season 2.5. Not right now. That buff.
Yeah, but
I think he's fine and annoying.
So yeah, I think he's perfect there. Alright.
Luna.
Don't say it, don't say it, don't say it, don't say it, don't say it.
I think it's fair. I think.
Act like an angel just like it. Okay.
Like, something you will realize if you ever do is Luna is not a 2. There is in no world is Luna a 2-star character and Cloak and Dagger. It just doesn't.
Honestly,
all of Luna's abilities. Huh?
Where should we put Luna?
I say very annoying at the bottom.
Really?
Because she still does heaps of damage. If you want to 1v1 her and she hits her snowball, your 1v1 is now done. She still has the longest ult in the game and the most healing in her ult. And also gives Hawkeye the team up. But you see, most of this requires the Luna to be good. Which, if they are good, oh my god, Luna is one of those actually carry.
I'll be honest, I have barely seen the Hawkeye team up, but I don't think she's above Emma, so I'll put her right there.
That's fine.
But yeah, if they're good, ow, shit, freaking hurt my big toe. I got a fucking blister there today. I decided to open it up. Oh yeah.
Like, she needs a lot of aim. Luna is a hard strategy to play.
Yeah. Probably one of the hardest.
Honestly, I am actually just full on gonna say she like.
You're lacking out again. So you're gonna have to say whatever you want to say again. Okay, you're back.
I'm straight up saying she is the hardest. As someone who has, obviously, as someone who has 6 strategist awards, then Luna and Loki at Centurion, and Ultron at Captain, I think Luna's the hardest one to play. Especially if I'm having off. Like, if I'm doing the best, if I'm doing like my average or best, I'd probably say Adam's harder. Like, the fact that you can't really miss his it definitely helps.
Yeah, Adam has the instant lock for healing and Soulbound.
Whereas on Luna, if I'm hitting like only 20% of my shots, I just swap.
Yep. Let's move on. The Doctor.
Who's next? Doctor Strange? I think he's mid.
Yeah. I'm gonna put him at the top, though.
Most tanks in this game aren't annoying.
I think I see Strange more than anyone else in mid-tier, so by default, he's up there.
Because he's just better now. He's like actually good.
Yeah.
He was good in like season 0, then they like kicked him into the ground, and then they buried him, and now they're digging him out.
There's
portal
also
still might be like one of the best abilities in the game.
There's still a bunch of crazy tech you can do with them as well, like literally portal kills. You can portal yourself through and just sneak attack the Eye of Agamotto.
All of the animation canceling you can do with him.
Also, that's another thing too about Strange, that he mainly uses like pretty much all of his kit to actually be a functional character. Like you have to use your firing. If you want to truly do good damage, you also need to use your melee. You gotta leave me darkness. Then shield up to negate damage to try and last as long as you can. Just pray that you're not up against someone like Iron Fist or Ball.
I think the only tank I press more buttons on is Captain America, which makes sense because he's the other tank that relies on animation cancel.
Doctor Strange has easier animation canceling than Captain, though.
He also has like another thing. I think still the thing about Strange is when you're playing him and you're good, and you get into a groove of playing him, you are punished for it.
How so?
Because if you're in a team fight, the Maelstrom of Madness cooldown is longer than the amount of time it takes for you to build up 100. It has happened to me multiple times where I'm in a team fight and I can't Eye of Maelstrom fast enough in order to make it so I don't receive the anti-healing debuff.
Yeah. Also, another thing too is that his primary is very slow in a bunch of regards. Slow fire rate, slow reload speed, slow movement.
You can cancel that. Can cut down huge amounts of the reload speed.
True, but nothing's gonna cancel out the reload time though.
You can cancel 30% of it though, which does help.
Sure, but it's still slow.
But no, I've legitimately started just popping the Maelstrom of Madness, even if there's no one around, if I think we're gonna get into a team, because I need that to be off cooldown, much as well.
Yeah.
Anyway, moving on.
Bucky, the Winter Soldier, someone that I have also seen not used too often ever since 2.5, and that's definitely gonna bump him down a lot as well.
I think he's so annoying.
Alright, sure, but
he's got a lot.
I think I'm gonna put him under Groot this time.
That's alright.
I've seen Groot more than Bucky.
He can definitely, still do.
He can handle his own still, but it's just that you're not
really
gonna see
made any.
Also, as a bit of testing,
go
on.
He does have a projectile. His primary weapon is not hit skill. Meaning, when you're doing a bunch of against flyers and everything, you do have to lead your shot rather than just click on where they are, like when Punisher do.
Yep. Also, he kind of had a bit of a downgrade in his team up as well. The clashing's fun, but you're barely getting anything with it. I mean, maybe it's good for traversal, but that's really it.
You can also, do you ever use that to really jump towards an ally?
No, the only times I really use it was to reload roster and I'm my primary, which it can do.
That's definitely a thing. It is kind of inherently flawed because Bucky is not should not be playing up with Captain America all the time.
No.
He is a vastly different character for that. And so if you don't use it to jump towards your teammate and help them out when they're in trouble, of course it's not going to seem at. I've done it sometimes when my teammates are getting done. It can really help them. But it can also, be used to pull your Captain America out of danger if he gets in a little too much freedom. It can be used to pull you up because Bucky has one movement ability.
And it's not that good.
And Captain America is fast, and you can clash, and then by the time that you guys get to the front lines, it will probably be off cooldown. But yeah, I think he's annoying, but, definitely manageable.
Yeah. Bucky stonks have kind of died off, honestly, ever since the new meta's coming.
Okay, moving on past this one, because we don't need to talk about it. At all. This is another one of...
Who would be worse, Squirrel Girl or Scarlet?
I still say Squirrel Girl is worse.
Yeah,
Scarlet has to be closer, and Squirrel Girl does not only more damage, but also splash damage.
I think I've gotten pretty good at countering Scarlet, so it's only fair.
Especially with the fade only being like 1 seconds to 2 seconds, it's definitely a lot easier to handle Scarlet than Squirrel.
Yeah. Moving on. I don't want to talk about this bitch anymore.
No.
So.
Oh my god, and the team up. Don't forget about the Doctor Strange team up.
Oh yeah, the Strange team up. That's all. Why did we need that? Why did we need that? The Strange team up sucks. The Strange team up is hell.
Moving on to Psylocke.
I have to play this character with one. I'm just kidding.
Oh yeah, there are so many characters I only play with one hand. Oh. Anyway, Psylocke. I think she's fine. She's honestly pretty fair to go against.
I think
because now with
I'll put her right there.
With like the nerf she's gotten, it's kind of hard to do as much as Psylocke anymore. Like, the damage nerfs aren't, like, huge. They do exist and make it harder to do the job. But the invisibility nerf, like, cutting that by a third...
1 second.
1 second of 3 seconds is a lot of seconds. That is a third of your time.
Gone.
And it also just for no reason just makes it harder for you to get your proficiency up as Psylocke.
Yep.
Because that wasn't changed when it was nerfed.
So yeah, good luck getting that as well.
But yeah.
But in the end, not a bad character. Also kind of has a mid... I will say the Psionic Link is better than what she used to have before Emma came out, but it's honestly still kind of bleh.
It actually was pretty good on Psylocke because she could delete a lot of people with like 2 bursts and then 2 wing shuriken bursts and then 2 dashes.
Well, you gotta get
like she definitely. What?
You gotta get like good luck with the clone though, because
you do have to, be good with it though. But it's definitely more than what Magneto could get with. But yeah, Thor is also, I think,
honestly, I agree too, but
I've gotten better with Thor because he's kind of really fun to play.
I think I'd see him more than Iron Fist. So I'm gonna put him like at this point. If they're like down here, or like like third lord, that there's probably a good chance because we barely see them anymore.
Like, I don't see many floors. Yeah, do you see actually kind of floors? It's actually surprising how many floors I see, especially in a meta, a flyer, a casual meta of flyers, and he can't even float.
Kind of crazy.
Like,
I don't really.
He is pretty fun to play, but he's also like, it's like they can just do a lot of, and kind of similarly to Venom and Captain, but at a way lesser extent. Actually, more similar to Hulk. Like a good one is just moving around a lot, dealing his damage, and just leaving.
Damn straight.
Adam.
I am probably gonna make this my next lord, and I can tell you one
just
thing.
shove him next to Mantis. Just
honestly, no, Adam. Honestly, I can't do that. I think I'm putting Adam in mid because here's the thing. I've pulled off some nasty damage stuff with Adam. Like just on the sheer fact that like Adam's one of the best like DPS strategists, kind of makes him a bit more threatening. He has the cocoon, he can revive himself, and he also has the team up with Star-Lord and Mantis, so if they're on the team they literally have a free like revive for themselves, so I think just on those alone, Adam is a bit more threatening. And let's not forget the fact that they gave him the crit every time he crits now, the quantum healing now gets a 1 second reduction. So like,
which
Adam
honestly
is high
he kind
risk.
of needed.
High risk, high reward for Adam. Also, if he sneaks attacks you with a full burst round, with like a full burst and it all hits you, that's like 90% of your health gone.
It is a lot of damage.
A good Adam can do a lot of damage, and like I've pulled off good damage with Adam too, like so much to where I got MVP as him.
I mean, Quad recently like coached the there was a pretty big tournament or like custom game that happened recently between PC and console. Went to 7 games, starting off with both teams in GM, and I do not know what happened further on in it, but eventually Quad got involved on the console side and coached them.
Alright.
Which also, this is another thing about that, because console's weakest link was Gamer Kesey, the Iron Man 1 trick, who pretty constantly didn't do like anything for his team. And the PC's biggest weakest link was a Doctor Strange, who kept getting countered by like a good Wolverine.
That's not his problem though. That's just a good Wolverine. It was not impossible for him to play the game.
One, just a good Wolverine and a bad matchup for Strange. But 2, like Gamer Kesey went 9-18 in the last game, in Game 7, which console won, by the way. Tekken winning the best of 7. I don't know what all of the matchups looks like. I know on Game 3, PC still had a maximum rank of Celestial 3, and console had brought in Eternity and One Above All. Mm-hmm. But, you know, that's something entirely different. But, like, they essentially were playing down a duelist and, you know, didn't need it because the other team was playing down a tank that they did need. But that's all.
So how did this correlate with Adam Warlock?
Damage.
Oh.
Damage. This whole thing about, like, duelist is the hardest role, or strategist is the easiest role, and then you dumb that role down into, like, one thing.
Like, if you're playing as Rocket, like, sure, strategist is the easiest, but if you go as Adam, then you might
pick people off.
Like, Adam, We need characters like Adam and like Mantis that are like
Well,
actually challenging to use as in the.
There's also absolutely Scarlet Witch and Squirrel exist. Hello, Duelist. These two exist.
No,
your entire Duelist roster isn't Spider-Man and Black Panther, guys.
Speaking of the Panther,
dude, I still think he's mid.
He's still the top of mid. Once
Even
again,
though
I've seen a lot of other Black Panthers too, but like, here's the thing, they're, yeah. Once again, it's either either you find the Tickle Monster or the goddamn Boogeyman for Black Panther.
You find T'Challa himself.
Tremble before Bass!
Who has been forced to play Black Panther a lot.
Oh god, this fucking... You want to tell him this story? I was with you with it.
Oh yeah, that one too. We had a game one time where I had just finished getting Spider-Man and Black Widow to Night, which means I have every character in the game at Night or higher. I was wondering who to play. I asked the team who to play. They said Jaquavius, and I asked them,
who's the most Jaquavius character? And they said Black Panther.
And so I was forced to play Black Panther again. But, dude, as someone who has been forced to play Black Panther multiple times, either by Ice or mostly by Ice and like Thomas and the gang, he is so hard to use.
Yeah.
Where even though I had like 10 games of competitive where I was fighting a Black Panther and ended up going absolutely nowhere across all 10 of those games, like in total. Like when you die to go Black Panther.
You lagged out again. Damn. I have to say everything again.
Correct. Black Panther kill me. I respect Black Panther for killing me because holy shit, it is hard.
Another thing I should bring up, I feel like I see bored Black Panthers more than normal Black Panthers.
Well, I mean, at this point, if you're gonna be playing Black Panther, you
better know how to. You better master him. Let's move on. Magic.
I say she's also mid.
I'm gonna put her next to Panther, but below. Also, another thing is that I think that these two have the worst team up ever in the game.
Like, the thing with Magic is that also, like with Black Panther, like, you gotta be good at them.
Yep.
In order to get, like, their value.
If you're not good as these characters, you're really not going to benefit your team at all. I guess that's really it for them.
Character. Magic is my highest win rate character right now. At an 87% win rate. I have only lost 2 games on Magic out of the 15 that I've played on her. Which is kind of nuts. What isn't nuts is all the buffs that What is also nuts is all the buffs that Hawkeye got. Why?
Oh my god. Hawkeye got... Why? I don't... Okay. Before we jump to it, I will say this. I don't think I've actually seen a lot of Hawkeyes. I don't think I've really fought that many Hawkeyes. But...
Because, at the end of the day, it still requires a lot of aim. Still requires a more amount of aim than most duelists do. But, like, for those that were good with him...
He's gonna be the top of very annoying because he's high risk, high reward. Like, also the ice arrow. The ice arrow. The ice arrow,
like, that's huge harm's way to get a lot of value out of him. You can play back. You might miss some shots. but like as long as you're in an area where you aren't dying a lot and can hit even like half your shot.
Oh, he lagged out again. Static now, dude.
Just throw out the ice arrow towards the point. Who knows? You might kill someone. You might free someone and have your team get a kill. It goes through walls. Why?
You know what?
I don't know.
I've actually successfully pulled off ice arrow behind barrier kills. I still remember there was a Luna Snow I nearly killed off with my arrows. I decided to, you know what, I'm gonna shoot an ice arrow right here. I fucking killed them with the ice arrow. It's so ridiculously busted.
Like 25 meters for the freeze effect is a lot, but you don't need to get the freeze effect. You have an AoE arrow that pierces everything in the game.
Let's also not forget his secondary arrows with the frickin' bomber arrow.
Yeah. Which those can also be delete people when you're in ultimate. You don't have
I've done
to
that
just
before.
tap fire your normal arrow.
Like, I've had some amazing games with Hawkeye thanks to the new buffs. So yeah, Hawkeye rightfully deserves his place at the top of very annoying.
Now it's my turn to talk about a lord that I have. Because I finally got there after a full even 24 hours of Mr. Fan.
I think Mr. Fantastic's gonna be in Go to Hell this time.
I think he is so annoying. He sucks to fight against.
I'm gonna be honest. I think I have worse run-ins with Squirrel Scarlet and Cloak and Dagger. Like, I feel like Mr. Fantastic is extremely annoying. Don't get me wrong, but if I outlast all the... Oh.
I'm not arguing for anything lower. He's very annoying. Because you can get into combo people to death pretty easily reliably.
You can have infinite up. Didn't you say he has infinite uptime on his like big buff version and the Susan shield?
You can stall a point for like a full fucking minute with all your tools. It is nuts. Like, because it's all of your tools, that is technically more than Captain America could do. But like, Captain America just needs one ultimate to stall point for like 10 seconds, and then Mr. Fantastic needs a team up, all three of his cooldowns, ultimate, and the actual timing, because you need to then cycle through your cooldowns in order to get reinflated afterwards, and all that.
Yeah.
But I can also definitely say that if you're struggling against a Mr. Fantastic game, play Emma. It just kind of sucks to go against Emma. I was playing Mr. Fantastic. Whether or not I'm trying to brawl in the front line, kill the back line, hit their flyers or anything, like just being grabbed, just kind of sucks. I think I'm very much so fine with
the top of very
because he is. Because he is very annoying.
I somehow, some way, I somehow put Mr. Fantastic and Susan Richards next to each other. So next up is Invisible Woman.
I think she just pretty much goes.
Huh? I think you like that again.
Invisible Woman goes where Luna is, like right around that level.
I agree. Above or below?
They're very. I say above. It's easier to get use out of it.
Yeah. You know what? That's fair. Like
you don't have to.
She has an insta lock on for healing. Unlike Luna.
Like the shield doesn't do much healing, but if you have like a flyer up top in the stratosphere, or like someone in your back line that you need to heal while also healing, you can pop the shield on them, they get healed and protected, and you go back to hit the front. She can deal damage and healing at the same time, group people together. If you're on domination, you can literally put the entire ult, or like you can fit the entire point inside your ultimate.
So that's just a lockdown for your team.
You can block ultimates with the shield, like you can hide in it, and well, no more maximum pulse, no pure chaos, no fearing Magneto or anything like that, because it'll absorb it. Even if the shield has 1 HP, it will absorb it.
It's literally just
push is not good, but if you push people off the map, oh my god.
That's the thing. Susan also has a map pushing off of. I said that horribly, but still, she can push people off the map. So yeah, there's a lot of little things for Susan, but they all just work in her favor.
She's like, I think, almost one of the perfect blends of easy to use and really
hard to master.
No, not even hard to master. Easy to use. Her entry barrier isn't that high, and she's also good. Like, you don't need to play like an insane invisible woman to get a lot of value out.
Yeah.
And like, she's like actually my competitive main right now. One of my competitive mains.
I see that. Okay.
Loki.
I think he's still gonna be very annoying.
I'm fine with that.
I'm gonna put him at the bottom though, because he does take a lot of skill to actually be someone viable, to be useful.
His cooldowns are like
very long,
and also some characters can like. And when I say some characters, I mean Bucky and Moon Knight can take advantage of.
Oh yeah, Bucky and Moon Knight can annihilate Loki easily, so.
Or like,
and I've
use
done
it
that
because I mean, Moon Knight. I mean, Loki clones are actually just glorified.
Yeah.
And
also,
for Bucky, it's just free agains. You just hit a Loki clone, and then you get your again.
Yep.
Even like Mr. Fantastic, I can farm up a little bit of elasticity on a Loki clone before actually engaging in a fight.
Yeah. Also, I think I'm just gonna go ahead and delete Doro for this one.
Yeah. So especially if we were going to be taking the team ups into consideration while also ranking them.
All right.
Now, having actually talked about this and gone through the entire season so far, we have 2 weeks left.
You're cutting out way too much, bro.
Fuck. Bro, the download's done! What the fuck? Anyway.
Mate, get closer to your mic. Maybe.
Yeah, or like lean forward so I'm closer to my computer.
Alright, go on.
Now, all of us having talked about all these characters and having also gone through the entire season, I do still think he's going to go to hell. But I do also think that he is at
Loki?
No, Ultron.
Oh, we're talking about Ultron?
Ultron is at the bottom.
Alright.
Go to hell.
I do agree. Ultron is still Ultron. No, what? Considering that this is Ultron season, I'm putting him above Cloak and Dagger. Holy shit, this fucking character is so dumb. Let's go over everything.
Seeing him alone isn't that bad. And
with everyone else, though,
you see him alone more. And when I say alone, I mean like as like just him. No
one else but him. And he like that again.
And that's a lot better now.
Yeah. But I'm just gonna go over what I want to go over with Ultron, because the thing that pisses me off the most about him is that fucking infinite range beam of his. Get close to him, but he practically can two-shot you with it. And you want, oh my god. Even though he probably has one of the worst healings in the game, he could still make use of it. Because, like, that's just constant healing on one person at all times now.
He just...
His ult, he gets it extremely fast. And like, I've had a few where they just fucking target me, and practically me only, and it pisses me off every time. And the biggest thing that pisses me off about him is that he practically stole the Thing's MVP plot armor. Like, 90% of the time, the MVP's gonna be Ultron. And all he just do is fucking exist. Assists?
Yeah,
yes.
you just...
Kills? Yes. That's not far in between.
You just put the drone on someone and don't really think about it. And you can get away with it.
Also,
it's like putting the snowflake on someone, but the snowflake actually heals them.
Another thing I want to talk about
passively.
Is his, yeah. Also, his team up too with Iron Man. It actually does heal. So he has that
and
team
which
up,
also, you know, necessitates the need of honestly the most annoying character right now.
Yep. So yeah, in the end, Ultron fucking has had probably one of the most annoying debuts for something I've ever had to experience in a game ever.
I literally don't think I stopped seeing Ultron Iron Man in every single match.
Actually unbearable, dude. It's so fucking annoying. The worst, and like, the worst part about it is how common it is. Like some of these team-ups you barely see, like, honestly, I barely see the fucking Hawkeye-Luna team-up. I barely see the Widow-Punisher team-up. These two I see these two together, so therefore the team up is there. And that absolutely
see the team up as much anymore, but oh my god, the first week 2.5 was nothing but Iron Man Ultron.
I remember you coming into my fucking stream, like, whenever Ultron came out, I was playing that FNAF fan game, Showman's the Awakening. You came into my stream just to tell me how insufferable the game was today.
It was so bad.
It was like, you told me that it was just Iron Man for the next 9 hours while I was watching fucking Showman and crew singing Happy Birthday. I remember
it was the worst week I think I've ever had in Marvel Run. Like, I would actually rather solo heal against a team of full dive than deal with that week. Because, oh my god.
I'm just gonna go play something else during that. Like, hell no, I ain't not doing it. God, dude.
Because, here's the thing as well with it. Even if you're winning half the time, which I was not at the first. I'm winning half the time now, but I was not winning half the time in the first week or two.
No. Like,
but even if you are
winning, went down, man.
Even if you are winning half the time, something that will annoy you is just repetition. The same shit.
The same
over
fucking
and over and over again, and having a third of your game, every game, be the same two characters
of Ultron and Iron Man.
A week is
hell.
So mind-numbingly dull. It doesn't matter if you're winning against it or losing against it, especially when it's also on your team.
And you want to know something else about these two? Is that there was literally on Reddit, like when this started, there was an image of a pretty much meta unbeatable team that consisted of Iron Man, Ultron, Penny Parker, Rocket Raccoon, Jeff the Shark, and Storm. Like, that team, like, that image practically solidifies, like, what this season was. Or what season 2.5
Hell, in season 1.5, we had a team that ran Gator. In season 2.5, there was a team that ran...
Gator is go all tanks and one rocket.
Yeah, go all tanks, one rocket. They did Gator in Eternity Plus and got like 18 wins out of 20 games. It was kind of nuts that it was actually able to be that good and unstoppable.
Yeah.
But similarly, there was a team recently that did the all-flyer team, where they did Storm, Human Torch, Iron Man, Ultron, Rocket, and then just Captain America, because why not? They felt like
Captain America for the stalling.
They just wanted to spread some democracy, and it sucked to fight against.
Yep.
They would just be in the air, in the stratosphere, and they banned hella Punisher, you know? So it was rough to go against.
Jesus God.
And also, I do have to admit that a lot of people, me included, did underestimate how because just the fact that he can just throw the drone on someone and then never think about healing ever again is really good.
Yep.
He is a fully passive healer.
Mm-hmm.
But he definitely birthed the whole fact that there is a casual.
You're lucky,
He birthed flying meta in casual, which, I mean, that alone
is go to hell material. So yeah,
Emma Frost did not birth a tank meta.
No, Emma
None
Frost
of the
was like
Fantastic Four.
Emma Frost
birthed a meta.
They were like perfect additions, cause like Ultron literally made it. Like, he literally summoned his own age in the fucking Marvel Rivals gaming community. He summoned the age of flying meta.
The age of Ultron is here, and it was miserable.
It sucked. And as I said, whenever I was doing Moon Knight, I was getting him to Lord, so like, that was I was practically impaired there. It sucked, man. But as time went on, it definitely died down a lot, but there's still a lot of Ultron and Iron Man, but...
You can definitely still see a lot of Ultron, and I think I do actually, in fact, see a lot of Ultron without even seeing Iron Man.
Yeah, that too, like, even without the team-up, Ultron still go to hell material.
He just necessitates something. I don't think he's truly go to hell material, like, if the flying meta wasn't birthed, and if he also had no team.
Even without those, I still think he'd be at the top of very annoying, or at least like next to Penny, somewhere like that. There's just no excuse for how annoying Ultron is. But I think with that, it's that's the list. Feel free to disagree with us at all. And feel free to make your own and try and argue with us. But this is mainly my official tier list with a bit of trend inside. Because
I don't think I'm gonna be real. This is like the first season where I don't think
You're whacked out again.
A bit higher because I play a lot of tanks and you don't, but that's like the only character I think I'd be changing.
Yeah, maybe I probably should have switched these two before I probably should have put Ultron next to Iron Man before I But I already published the list on Twitter and Discord, so it's kind of too late now. So what can you do? But
oh my god, dude, fuck.
But with that, I think that's it for our tier list session. I would play some more Rivals tonight.
All right, I will.
Obviously, I don't really want to. So yeah, I don't really know the next time I'm gonna play Marvel Rivals. I'm gonna be honest with you. Once again, honestly, it's been getting pretty unfun streaming it, mainly just because of the performance issues. But that's really it.
I know you have your lag issues.
Yeah, it's not fun. I think I am gonna see if I can try and use this summer to get an upgrade, as I said. I did more progress on renovating my room, mainly just painting walls. Actually, not really necessarily painting.
Oh, that's something we forgot to. I forgot to talk about that one as well.
Talk about what?
Ultron also birthed more 3 healer meta.
Oh yeah, that too. 3 healer meta became back apparently. That was a thing apparently, and now it's back. But yeah, that's that thing.
Because I'm literally in a game right now, and not only is there Iron Man Ultron, but 3 healers.
You're actually playing Marvel Rivals right now?
Yeah, I just loaded the game up as we finished up the tier list.
Oh my god. Alright. I'm gonna get out of here now.
Alright, I will see you around, Bogus.
No interesting raids tonight.
Yeah, Ice finished up earlier. He was doing
fucking Overwatch, the nerd.
Yeah, it's the new season.
Oh. Maybe I'll play some Rivals offline tomorrow, I don't know. I'll figure something to play for stream tomorrow. But that's gonna be it for tonight, guys. Thank you so much for coming, and thanks to Trent for doing this with me again, like every other time. I'll figure something for streaming. Don't worry. Alright. I'll see you guys tomorrow. God.